Border Patrol agent Chris Cabrera joins us now. Chris, obviously most Americans are greeted to this one photograph of a mother fleeing with her two children, tear gas visibly on the ground, and that was the image that they got, that these women and children were being attacked, and the ACLU, of course, saying it was an inhumane manner. What do you say to that?
Well, I say these guys coming across in the group and putting these women and children in the front, that's inhumane. This mother bringing these kids on this journey and trying to pave the way and force her way into the country, I think that's inhumane for the children. If anything, that mother has got some serious issues putting her kids at that kind of risk.
Well, if some say, okay, well, this actually underscores just how desperate they are, just how bad it is back home, the idea that they would even, go through sort of a gauntlet of tear gas and pepper spray because this is the ultimate destination and they have no other choice. I know this is making your job very difficult. How do you deal with this logistically? How do you deal with it from a public relations angle?
Well, I think she does have a choice. She has a choice to go to the proper port of entry and apply for asylum there as opposed to breaking the law and cross illegally. We've been dealing with it in the Rio Grande Valley for close to 4 years now, going on 5 years. So we've seen it every single day for the last 4 years. We're getting 5,000 a week where I'm at. So we're seeing it. Unfortunately, nothing's been done for the last 4 years, and now it's all coming to a head when we could have handled this years ago and dealt with it just at one station as opposed to spread out through across the southwestern border.
Chris, many migrants right now hunkered down in Tijuana. The idea is perhaps, watching yesterday as a dry run, so to speak. You mentioned 5,000 a week. What if it's 5,000 in one day in a sort of scrum that we saw yesterday?
Yeah, and that's the thing is we're getting overwhelmed. We've been calling for help for years, and desperate. These folks are getting desperate, and it's leading them to assault our agents, and our agents are going to respond. Hopefully lethal force is not needed, but some type of less lethal, like what they got yesterday with the pepper spray and the CS gas. That's done for our safety and for their safety.
What would it take to have lethal force?
Well, serious bodily harm or the threat of death against an agent or someone nearby.
And the U.S. military backing you up, was it, some reports said it was them that used the tear gas, or was it Border Patrol yesterday, or was it over the weekend?
I'm not certain, but I would venture to say it was Border Patrol agents. We are trained with that. We use it. We're trained with it quite frequently. So I would say if it was used, most likely it was from a Border Patrol agent or Office of the Field Operations from Customs.
How do you feel, Chris, before I let you go, about the idea that, okay, maybe this is the ultimate test, but also maybe a chance for the world to see just what kind of stress, what kind of job that you, the men and women who work with you, have to just, like any other country, have a sovereignty over our borders and control access to who gets in and who gets out?
Just like with anything, every country has rules on getting into that country. We are a sovereign nation, and we should be able to defend our borders. I mean, you don't let people just rush their way into your house. I don't know what the other train of thought is, that this is okay, this is acceptable behavior, because it's not.
Yeah, let's just hope it doesn't get any worse than what we saw over the weekend. Thank you very much, Chris. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now to Wall Street.